What's up, miracle babies? Welcome back to our channel. All right, so I always start my videos the same. I need y'all to let me know in the comments, how should I start my videos? Because I feel like I'd be like, hey, miracle babies. Okay, so today is one of my most requested videos that I'm about to do, that all my friends be telling me that I be needing to do. So I'm finally about to do it, and that video is a step-by-step, tip-by-tip, explanation how to do your face makeup. Shout out to my sis Adrian, okay? She stay ask every time I post what video should I do. She stay be like, full face makeup how to. And I just be like, okay. But today is the day. So today we're doing a full face. I'm gonna do my whole face. Because you know, in my other videos, I be cutting it out. I'm basically just doing the base. So in this video, I'm literally just showing y'all how I do my base and tips and tricks of how you can do your base for you. I'm going to show you the foundation I use. I'm going to show you the concealer I use. I'm going to show you the powders I use and the contour I'm going to use. So let's get right into the video. Oh, I almost forgot. Please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, y'all. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share my channel. I only have like 30 subscribers, but I really just need y'all to subscribe. Please share my channel, share my videos. I'm begging you, please. I will be so grateful, and I promise to be consistent and give y'all videos at least once a week. Follow me on Instagram at Love Lucy. Follow my makeup Instagram, which is also Miracle Makeup TV, just like my channel. Same thing, just like my channel. I'm gonna put everything in the description box if you want to learn how to beat your face, or just like simple beginner tips on how to, you know, build up and just get some tips for your own makeup routine. Just keep on watching. The first step to beat your face is primer. Now, depending on your skin type, so if you have oily skin, if you have dry skin, that's gonna like influence the primer that you're gonna use. So for instance, my skin, I say my skin is pretty normal. I used to be super oily, and when I was super oily, I used to use this. This is the Benefit Professional. Now, this is bomb. Like, if you're super oily and you have super oily skin, use this or some type of like pore filling primer. So this is like super thick, and you see, it's like super thick. So you push this into your pores, and what this does is it's gonna fill your pores and make them disappear. And I'm literally like rubbing it in, but I'm actually like pushing it in, because this is filling our pores, okay? Filling them. And you really just want to put this right here. So this is your T-zone. See how I mix a T? You can do your chin too, but I don't really need it on my chin. This is your T-zone. So your forehead, the sides of your nose, and sometimes your nose and your chin. T-zone. If you're dry, you can use a moisturizing primer. I don't have a moisturizing primer, but I know like there's some pretty good ones, like the Smashbox Primerizer is a really good one. Pond's. Here lately I've been using this Cetaphil moisturizing cream. It's for your body, but I've been using it for my face. Moisturized skin is always key, even for you oily girls. Moisturized skin is key. If you have dry skin, a moisturizer or a moisturizing primer is key for under your makeup, because the foundation is just gonna glide on, it's just gonna look great, and it's gonna like prep your beat to be fucking great. And this is one that I've been using lately. It's the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I got it for free, so I'm gonna use it. Okay, so next step, now that we're all primed, so you got your primer, you got your pore filling primer if you oily, you got your moisturizing primer if you dry, you got your both like me if you normal, and or if you combo skin. Next step, foundation. Okay, so again, skin type. You are oily and you're wearing makeup, stay for more than 3 or 4 hours. Like, you going to a party, you going to a concert, you going to somewhere, you taking a photo shoot, whatever. You want more of a matte foundation. So a foundation that's cheap that I really recommend for people, even if you have dry skin, like I said, if you moisturize well and you use a good moisturizing primer, you can even use matte foundations. I prefer a matte foundation because it dries quicker, it stays put longer, and like if you have texture on your skin, it just all around looks better to me. So one that I really recommend, the Maybelline Fit Me foundations. It's called the Matte and Poreless Foundation. You can get this from Target, you can get this from Walmart, you can get this from any drugstore that carry Maybelline. Okay, and they have a really good shade range too, so you'll find your shade. And yeah, the Fenty foundation is really matte too. It dries matte and it's really nice. It's very blurring. Like, from what I've experienced from my few times of using it, it's very blurring. It dries really quickly, so you got to blend it fast. Those 2 recommendations are good. Now, if you have dry skin, the Cover FX Natural Finish Oil Free Foundation. This one to me is very dewy. It's really dewy. It gives you a great finish. It's very skin-like. Like I said, this is way too dark for me right now. Like, way too dark. And I'm sorry I don't have any drugstore. This one that I used up, the Lancome Teint Idole foundation, this one I used the whole bottle. I very rarely ever use a whole thing of foundation. I really love this for normal skin. I'm pretty sure you can get away with it if you have oily skin, and I'm pretty sure you'll really like it if you have dry skin. This one's just bomb all around. But if you ain't trying to spend 40 on either one of these, because both of these is 40, I have a dewy, I think it's called Dewy and Smooth. I'm pretty sure this is what I do. Since I'm between shades right now, I take the Matte and Poreless in the shade Classic Tan 335. You always want to shake up your foundations too, so I'm going to shake it up. And I'm going to pour some on the back of my hand. Another thing too, shade matches. Almost forgot. While I mix my foundation cocktail, shade match. So, how you match your shade. This is too light for me. Like, it's almost my shade, but like, it's very yellow and it's very light. I mean, honestly, it can honestly work. But what you want to do is you want to match your body. Your body is darker than your face. So you don't want to match your foundation to your face, because your face is going to look lighter than your body, and that's not cute. You feel me? Go for a shade darker. Like, that's why I'm about to add a little bit of a darker foundation, because it's always best for your, oh, that actually might be my shade though. Hold on for a second. But you want your foundation to match with the rest of your body, especially if you like me and you have on like an open shirt or whatever you have on. You want it to match, okay? That's how you find your undertone. Your undertone, like, they have golden undertones, red undertones, neutral undertones. Honestly, if you go to any like makeup counter or makeup like Sephora or even Ulta, and you ask somebody to help you, most of the time, even at Sephora, they have this like machine where they can like tell you your undertones. I feel like most black girls, us women of color, we have like olive, red, or golden undertones, like warmer undertones, because we're brown and, you know, we got that melanin popping or whatever. So go for more of that. You don't want to be ashy, sis. We don't want to be gray. You feel me? We also don't want to be too red, because that's happened to me. I'm still about to add a pump of this, just a little dab, like literally just that much, into my foundation, and I'm gonna mix together. The next step is application tool. So this is what I do. I love me a brush, okay? A brush to me gives you more of a full coverage. Like, if you're gonna put on foundation, you want your foundation to do what foundation is supposed to do and cover, you feel me, your dark spots, your discoloration, your redness. I like the brush because it gives me the most coverage. And when I put on foundation, I want coverage. You're gonna take a buffer brush like this, it's kind of round. See, she's kind of round. Or like a flat brush like this, and stipple in press in your foundation. This is the top tip I could probably give any girl that wears makeup. Blend down your neck, blend down the neck, blend on your ears if you have to, blend in your edges if you have to. Like, that is so crucial. Like, you don't want anybody to clock you. You don't want to be looking like some of these other people out here. Okay, and then now we're gonna go over with the sponge. I love using my brush, but I'm gonna go over with a sponge and just press it in even further. This is a Real Techniques buffer brush. You can get this from Ulta or Walgreens. I like pressing it in with the pressing the rest in with my sponge, just to make sure it's seamless and then no lines. And yeah. Okay, now concealer. And I would say, honestly, concealer is totally a personal preference. So concealers is the top question I get all the time. Like, what concealer should I use? How light should I go? How should I highlight? Is concealer and highlight different? Concealer and highlight are not different. They are the same. I see some girls on Instagram, some even brown girls, they like to go super light with their highlight. I personally do not like to go that bright with my under eye concealer highlight, because I feel like it's just too much a difference. It's not really natural looking, and it just doesn't work with my face and my skin tone. Now, as I was saying, it's very personal to you. If you like that look, go for that look. So I usually go maybe like a shade or two lighter than my skin tone. So the one I've really been loving lately is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Butterscotch. I really love this concealer. Another concealer that I really like, and I'm so sorry I keep recommending high-end products. I didn't really realize how many high-end products I was using, but another concealer I really like is the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. I really like this too. I switch it up between these two. So sometimes I use the Too Faced, and then sometimes I use the NARS concealer. You want to use a concealer that like goes with like the undertone of your skin as well. So see how both of these concealer shades are very light. So on this side is the Butterscotch from Too Faced, and then on this side is the NARS. You can see the NARS, and this is in shade Caramel. I don't think I said that. This Caramel is a little bit more like brighter, which I'll wear this most of the time when I'm going for like the very like, well, getting more highlighted, which I can just put a little on top, or you can do both. So today, I think I'm gonna just show y'all both just because. So what you wanna do is, you don't have to like spread it out and do the whole triangle. Yes, you wanna do that motion, but I literally just do a line right here, and then I do a line right here, a line right here, and then a line out there. That's all I do. This concealer is pretty medium coverage, so it's pretty bomb on the soap. Now, sponge for your under eye concealer is imperative, okay? You can use a brush, and I have used like this brush or another one of my brushes to blend in concealer. It's not bad, but like a sponge, a beauty blender, a Real Techniques sponge, which is what this is, I say is the best tool to blend your under eye concealer, because it just makes it look seamless. It blends into your foundation really well. To me, I wouldn't use anything else. And you see the motions I'm doing, you just want to pat, 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 tap, tap, tap her in. You see how this is like, it brings light to my face, but it's not like super dramatic? That's why I only go 2 shades lighter. Places where you should also put concealer. Again, this is a personal preference. I see women that only put it on their eyes and on their nose. So like this, you go down. This is like nose contouring, but I don't really contour my nose. So you go straight down your nose and the forehead. I see women just do this. Like, I see a lot of girls on Instagram and beauty gurus that I watch just put it right here, and under your eyes, and that's it. But I like to put it over my chin. This is what I do. I'm gonna do a little bit of this NARS concealer just to show you that you can like do both. So you see how this one's just a little lighter? I'm only gonna put that under my eyes and closer to the center, because it's gonna just brighten it up even more. Beat and beautiful. Okay, the next step after concealer is setting powder. Okay, you have to set your concealer. And everyone always asks me, like, what is that? What is that for? What does that do? Setting powder is crucial. Setting powder is what makes your makeup last. Setting powder is what makes your makeup look good, okay? If your setting powder is not good, your makeup gonna look trash. Well, I'm so sorry, sis, but you know when people have flashback and it looks like their skin is a ghost, I know every girl knows about that. Like, even if you don't wear makeup or if you don't wear makeup often, everybody been seeing a picture on Instagram or on Facebook or on Twitter of a girl that looked like a ghost and looked like her face got powdered donut face, like literally a whole powdered donut was just on her face. That's because her setting powder was trash and she had flashback. So I'm telling you, it can sabotage you if you don't have that step coming, if you're not coming correct with that step, okay? Period. So the two ones that I use and I live by is this one. You can obviously, but it's okay, I have another. This is a RCMA no color powder. It looks like a little seasoning thing, but it's literally a powder. And another powder that I just got put on too that I love as well is the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This powder is the medium shade. They actually have a lighter shade, a translucent shade, and then a dark and a deep. So they have different shades of this powder. And depending on your skin tone and your undertone, you want a darker powder. So I don't know if you can see. You see how this one's like a little bit tinted? I really love both of these. Both of these are really expensive. This one you have to order online. This one you can get Target, Walmart, wherever they sell Maybelline, just like the foundation. See how under my eyes are like creasing? I don't know if you could tell, but you see how like everyone naturally has lines under your eyes, or if you don't, you blessed and everybody wants to be like you. See how it's like starting to crease and like it's looking crazy? So take your beauty blender and you're gonna look up at the ceiling and you're gonna tap, 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 tap to blend those creases out. And what the powder is there to do is to set your concealer before it creases so you won't have those creepy looking lines. So you can bake or you can just set. Now I do both, like I can do both. So if I'm trying to be beat, I'm a bake. But if I'm trying to just like set my face, I'm gonna just use a brush, a fluffy brush, and just set my under eyes accordingly. So I patted that out. Elf brush. It's just like it's a blush brush, but it's just like a tapered fluffy brush. Actually, I'm gonna take this powder. Take it. This is such a process, but I'm telling you, this step is important. You're gonna pat out. Take the powder and press it lightly under your eye. And I'm just pressing lightly under my eye. I'm gonna take a little more. And you see how it's just already like blurring it out. She's not as shiny. She looks smooth. She looks set. She looks flawless. Do you see that? That's what you want. That is what this powder is for. That is the tip. That is the tip of the day. That is the go. Okay, period. You're gonna put this white powder or Maybelline powder or the RCMA powder everywhere you put concealer. So I'm gonna put it on my chin. I'm gonna put it on my forehead. And I'm gonna put it on my nose. And I'm gonna put it right here on the top of my nose because I always put it on the top of my nose. And then we're gonna just dust her off. Like I said, you can bake. So when you bake, that just means like taking the powder, taking the sponge. So I'm gonna just use this side of the sponge. Dipping it in there. And like see how it's on the sponge? And baking is just like setting under your eye. And like putting it, like pressing the powder in. Like you don't have to do this step. And I didn't have to do this step. But this is just make sure makeup, it just presses the powder into your pores, into the makeup, so it really sets and it stays all day. And then you dust it off. You can like keep it on there and then you dust it off. We're not done setting. So my secret tip to a flawless face and how my skin be looking good is facial powders, finishing powders, smoothing powders, of powder foundation. some kind of powder that's like your skin tone that like you can set everywhere else. So this first one I have is a mineralized skin finish from MAC. It's in the shade dark tan, and it's this color, my skin tone. I love this. This is like, what, $32. I've been having this for like a year or two. Don't know, but I love it. This I really love. This is the cheaper option. This is the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder in deep, no, in mahogany. This is what it is, in mahogany. But this is fire. This is only like 12 bucks. I thought they had discontinued it. I got this recommendation from Alyssa Ashley. This stuff is bomb, okay? You need to get it. Now, if you have dry skin, you can skip this step because you want your skin, you don't want to put a lot of powder. When you put a lot of powder, your skin tends to look really dry. But you're going to get a fluffy brush like this. I use either this brush, this isn't that fluffy, or this brush. This is super fluffy. Fluffy brush, a big powder brush, you feel me? One of these two. So I'm going to use this one. You swirl it in there. You take it and you swirl it on your face. Like I said, we're putting this powder everywhere we didn't put the translucent powder. And I'm going to put this all over because I want to set even my neck and all of that. We're setting all of that, okay? Contour, bronzer. To me, same thing, okay? Like, you can use a bronzer. Bronze and contour, it's the same to me. Like, I don't necessarily use two different products to bronze and contour. I'm more of a contour girl anyway. Like, I much rather like give myself a nice little shadow, a nice little, because I have really high cheekbones. But what you want to do is get your skin tone, and you want to use something darker than your skin tone. Obviously, not too ashy, nothing too neutral, nothing too gray. You don't want to use nothing too gray, but you also don't want to use nothing too red or too warm because you will look orange or red. Makeup is all about balance and blending. Ooh, balance and blending. Balance and blending, the two words for this video, period. Okay. So my holy grail, and I'm kind of sad because I'm hidden pan, is this right here. Now, this is an eyeshadow palette. I know this is the Too Faced Chocolate Brow palette. I know it's the eyeshadow palette, but I use milk chocolate in here to bronze and contour my face. This right here is the go. I need them to make this in a pan. If they don't have this, I will buy this whole eyeshadow palette again to have the shade because I'm obsessed. But also other contours that I do use. This is the NYX contour palette. This I didn't have for like probably 4 years. This is a really good palette. As you can see, I use these two the most, or have used these two the most. This is a pretty good palette. This is like $25, I think. You can get that at Ulta or whatever they sell NYX at. Another palette that I use is this palette. It's my Ray BH palette. This palette is also busted. I use this for my brows. I use this shade for my brows. If you are a dark skin queen, you need this palette because you need this shade. This shade is dark, baby, and it's pigmented, and you will be contoured for the gods. This shade, Mocha, I can actually use. Like I said, I am almost a light skin queen right now, so I can use Mocha low-key too. No offense to light skin queens. I want to be a brown skin queen. But anyways, Too Faced, the NYX contour kit, and this is my Rare BH Cosmetics palette are probably the top only three products that I pretty much use to contour. For a brush, you want to use like a pointer brush like this. You don't want to use something too precise because you want it to blend out really nice. This is a dual brush. Sometimes I use this, and you see it's a trend. Like, all of these are like tapered but fluffy. You just need a tapered but fluffy brush, like a smaller tapered fluffy brush. You can use an angle brush. Like I said, I really don't use angle brushes, but these three are the three brushes that I'm contouring / bronzing with. So I'm gonna take the Mocha shade. I'm gonna dab in there, tap tap, and we're gonna fish face her, and we're gonna blend, okay, on the forehead, and boom. You see the difference? See how I got a nice little color going on over here? So I'm gonna go in to the sides because that's all I got left is the sides. I'm gonna stick this brush in there as best as I can. And we're gonna do the same thing, but just more precise. So you see how like go down to your mouth. See the difference? No, you see the difference. And this is my last step. Okay, so this is the tea. This, you see how I look all like powdery because I put translucent powder, face setting powder, contour. But this is the key. Okay, so this is MAC Flix Plus. You can use any setting spray. I really love some MAC Flix Plus. This is MAC Flix Plus, but I put some more water in it so I can stretch it. I love the Morphe continuous setting mist. Anyways, setting spray is your bestie. Okay, you need some setting spray if you want your skin to look like skin again. If you want to glow, if you want your face to look like a face again and not powdered like mine, setting spray is your friend. You want to like take a little shower in it. You feel me? You want to go ahead and you want to mist that shit. Okay, mist your body, and that's what we about to do.
Monarch butterflies, you should open up. I'm trying to put your heart together, found it broken up. Going up in smoke, smoking up. Make sure the children in the house, she's inappropriate. The way she's approaching.
This is almost all the way dry. We're gonna take our beauty blender, the flat side, there's nothing on. We're gonna take, we're just gonna pat over and pat in all that setting spray. Pat away all that powderiness and get that skin back to glow. You see that glow? You see how she's coming back to life? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You see, we got the base done. We looking good. We looking sculpted. We looking flawless. We looking beat. I'm gonna go off camera and do my blush, my highlight. Throw me some brows on. Throw me some lashes on, and I'm gonna be right back to do the outro. Okay, Miracle Babies, and I'm finished. I just added some blush, some highlight, some little purple eyeliner because I love purple and it kind of matched my shirt. Some lashes and a lip, and we're done. So yeah, this tutorial was basically about my makeup tips, my base tips, my face makeup tips, my face makeup recommendations. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys find me useful. I hope so. And yeah, I hope you guys just can reference back to this, put your own spin on it. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. You can DM me, hit me up on the gram. Like I said, please do me a favor and share my page, share my channel, share this video, any video you like. I'm really trying to get my subscribers up this year and be consistent and just be a great YouTuber this 2020. So I love you guys. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.